I won't lie, I was honestly more hyped for this operator than for the Phantom Altar. Ironically, having this minset caused me to get it in the first 10 pulls. Anyway, in this video we'll focus on talking about Tippi, the second operator of the Skyranger subclass, which I ended up liking a lot thanks to Contrail. But in case you're not familiar with Skyranger operators, these operators have the ability to enter the taking off state, which allows them to rise above the map, giving them the ability to block drones and not be targeted by ground enemies. However, while in the air, they cannot block ground enemies until they return to the ground, which is why it is advisable to pair them with another unit to avoid accidents. Now let's move on to Tippi's personal talent, Film Set Operational Manual. This talent unlocks at Elite 1 and allows Tippi to dodge the next arts or physical attack she receives. At Elite 2, the ability's cooldown time is 9 seconds. You'll know the talent is active by the visual effect on the operator. This is a very useful talent, as it allows you to use her as a bait against bosses when they launch their most powerful attack, as long as it is not considered true damage. Her talent works very well with her abilities, which we will see below. Her first skill, Specialist Spraying Skills. When activated, Tippi will enter the takes off state, which will increase her range and attack, reaching up to 60% at level 7. The duration of the skill is very good, lasting more than 30 seconds at higher levels, which makes her a good DPS. If you are someone who likes to wait for a specific moment to activate the operator's skills, this is probably your favorite. Perhaps the biggest thing to be careful about with this skill is its duration. Although it is long, if you plan to use it to block drones, you must be careful not to use it too early, as it may end just when you are blocking them. Her skill 2, Emergency Scene Change, is automatic. It will activate when Tippi is about to receive an enemy attack, and as expected, she will enter the takes off state, but unlike the previous one, her attack range will be larger, and she will hit enemies 3 times, with a 30% attack increase at level 7. However, this skill will have a considerably shorter duration. Both of Tippi's skills are very good, and the best part is that, if she doesn't get attacked by drones while she's in the air, she'll return to the ground with her talent activated, making her respawn on the map safe. Perhaps the best thing about this operator is that her skills are low cost, allowing her to use them several times per map. Remember that while she is in the air, she cannot be attacked by ground enemies, so she can attack freely, and this also applies to bosses, which opens the door to many fun strategies. As I mentioned earlier, the main thing to bear in mind is that these units will no longer be able to block ground enemies while they are in the air, so it is highly recommended to pair them with Defender or another unit with a high blocking capacity, especially if you use her second skill, as Tippi can block 2 enemies at once. As for her base talents, these are focused on the production of byproducts and reducing moral consumption, which are very useful talents, whether you are just starting out in the game or have been playing for a while. So she is an operator that you will always find a use for at some point. In conclusion, Tippi is an operator that you will find very fun to use. If you are already used to Contrail, you will probably have a lot of fun using them together, as they both have things that differentiate them from each other, which is good, as it makes each one stand out on its own. It is also important to note that both benefit greatly from the relics and integrated strategies, as there are several that grant benefits to operators who dodge enemy attacks, so it is always good to keep them in mind if you are someone who really enjoys playing this game mode. In addition to that, I would also like to highlight her animation when she is in the air. I simply love it, and it makes me really excited to see what her skins might look like in the future. Anyway, I hope this video has helped you better understand how this operator works. If you like this subclass, you might also want to check out my guide on Contrail. But anyway, that's all for this guide. See you soon with the guide on Miss Christine. Take care, and see you next time.